Obviously, you're deeply invested in this community. I was overhearing you talking about the fact that you still have family here and about your school heritage. So this is very important to you on a personal level, isn't it?
Very. And as I said, I grew up here, went to school here, and my family still lives here. And I drive around New Orleans, and it brings up a lot of memories from my life as a kid and as a teenager. So it's an important thing. I love the city, and I think that's one of the reasons that the commissioner has selected me to try to help.
You want this team to remain here on a permanent basis?
I'd like to. Yeah, we'd like to try to make it work. The issues, however, are we got to find a buyer, and my direction from the commissioner is to do first things first, and that is to try to make the asset so that it's attractive for a buyer. And to do that, we need really a buyer's going to look at three things. They're going to look at the team performance on the court, which has been very good. The team performance off the court, which is the business side, and specifically tickets have not been what we would have liked. They're not performing at the same level as on the court performance. That needs to be improved for a buyer. And the third piece is a conversation with the state and the city, how we can try to make this a more attractive asset for a local buyer. And those are the three things that we are focused on right now. And if those three things fall in place, it's going to make it a lot easier to find a buyer.
What would you say to the passionate Hornets fan and the apathetic fan that comes once in a great while about continuing to support this franchise given the uncertainty of its future?
Well, this good news, the NBA has purchased this asset. The NBA is funded. I wouldn't have taken this job if the commissioner hadn't assured me there would be adequate financing and funding to run the team as we want to run it, to basically try to win a championship. And that is what this goal, that's what Hugh and his staff are trying to do, and Dell and Monty are trying to do. So this is an improvement. The situation the NBA doing this, coming in now at this point, is an improvement and is a real positive step in that regard. We need everybody's support. We're going to go out and try to earn their respect and their support and show them that we are determined to try to win a championship. We're going to try to give them the high level of customer service that you, Weber, and your staff have provided. And we're going to earn it every day, either on the court or off the court as we greet them coming in the building. And so I think they need to understand we're going to try. We're going to do everything we can. And as I said, the three things we need to do is, from a buyer's perspective, is whether or not the team is how the team's performing on the court, which is actually quite good. Basically, this number two is how is the team performing off the court on the business side. And as I said, ticket sales are sluggish, and we're trying to get that up. And the third is the conversation with the city and the state, and how they can make this an attractive asset. Those three things, when a buyer looks at the team, that's what a buyer looks at. So we're focusing on trying to make this a more attractive asset for a buyer. And obviously the support of the fans is key. We appreciate their support, and we appreciate the support of everybody. And I think that our service level here, one thing I've been impressed with is the service level, the fan support, the fan service level that Hugh and his staff that exude every game is very strong and very positive. And they really are very, I think the fans reciprocate. I think the fan satisfaction is very high, the fans who are coming to the games. We just need more fans to come.
Final thought on behalf of David Stern. He said yesterday that he's going to give it every opportunity to work, and yet people are writing and speaking today publicly on a national level about this thing is dead in New Orleans and such. You're here to say that that's not true.
That is not dead. And we are going to do whatever we can to try to focus on making this an attractive asset for someone to buy. But just going off and trying to find a buyer right now won't really address the problem. What we really need to do is try to get the issues that are lagging behind. The on-court performance is doing well. The ticket sales is lagging, and then try to get a conversation with the city and state so we can make this an attractive asset so this asset can stay in New Orleans.
Jack,
thanks a lot.